If you're over 55, your body may be storing a hidden type of fat that's more dangerous than high blood pressure, more silent than diabetes, and more deadly than obesity itself. It's called visceral fat, and it wraps around your liver, heart, and intestines, quietly poisoning your body from the inside out. But here's the shocking part. New research shows people over 55 can shrink visceral fat by up to 38% in just 20 days, without hardcore dieting or intense workouts. Today I'll show you the fastest, science-backed method to melt visceral fat. Starting today, no matter your age or fitness level. Before we start, comment your age plus country, because your responses inspire our next videos. Let's begin. Welcome back to Senior Health Tips, where we help adults 55 plus stay stronger, healthier, and more energetic than ever. Hit like so more seniors can see this life-changing information. As soon as you cross the age of 55, your body starts changing in ways you don't always see, and one of the most silent, dangerous changes is the buildup of visceral fat. This isn't the soft fat you can pinch on your belly. This is the hidden fat that sits deep inside your abdomen, wrapping around your liver, intestines, pancreas, even your heart. And here's the scary part. After 55, hormonal shifts and slower metabolism make your body store more visceral fat, even if your weight on the scale doesn't change. So you may look average from the outside. But inside, this fat could be silently increasing your risk of high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, inflammation, heart disease, memory decline, and stubborn belly bloating you can't exercise away. Doctors now call visceral fat the silent killer, because it doesn't show on the surface, yet it releases harmful chemicals that disrupt your hormones, weaken your immune system, and make your joints ache. And here's something most seniors never get told. When you reach 55 plus, visceral fat becomes 10x easier to gain and 5x harder to lose, unless you use a very specific strategy that targets the deep fat around the organs. The good news? You can shrink this fat faster than you think, even in as little as 20 days, when you follow the right steps I'm about to share in this video. This hidden belly fat may be dangerous. But once you understand why it forms and how to switch off the hormone that keeps storing it, you can finally reclaim your energy, your mobility, and your health. Most people over 55 think they can lose belly fat by walking more, eating less, or doing a few core exercises. But here's the truth almost no doctor explains clearly. Your belly fat isn't a food problem. It's a hormone problem. After 55, your body naturally produces more cortisol, your stress hormone. And cortisol's favorite place to store fat is deep inside your abdomen, right around your organs. That's why you can be eating healthy, staying active, and still see your waist getting wider. But cortisol isn't acting alone. Another big player is insulin resistance, which becomes more common as you age. When your cells stop responding to insulin properly, your body dumps extra sugar into your bloodstream, and guess where that sugar ends up? Stored as visceral fat. This combination creates a perfect storm. You gain belly fat faster. You lose it slower. You feel tired more often. Your cravings get stronger. And the fat becomes sticky, refusing to budge with normal dieting. And this is exactly why the traditional advice, just walk more or eat smaller portions, stops working after 55. Your body is no longer storing fat because you're overeating. It's storing fat because your hormones are out of balance, your metabolism has slowed, and your muscle mass has declined, all natural parts of aging. So if you want to shrink visceral fat in 20 days, you have to target the root cause, not the symptoms. The solution is a simple metabolic technique that resets your hormones and activates the deep fat-burning switch hidden inside your body. And that's exactly what we'll talk about in the next section. Most people over 55 think they can lose belly fat by walking more, eating less, or doing a few core exercises. But here's the truth almost no doctor explains clearly. Your belly fat isn't a food problem. It's a hormone problem. After 55, your body naturally produces more cortisol, your stress hormone. And cortisol's favorite place to store fat is deep inside your abdomen, right around your organs. That's why you can be eating healthy, staying active, and still see your waist getting wider. But cortisol isn't acting alone. Another big player is insulin resistance, which becomes more common as you age. When your cells stop responding to insulin properly, your body dumps extra sugar into your bloodstream, and guess where that sugar ends up? Stored as visceral fat. This combination creates a perfect storm. You gain belly fat faster. You lose it slower. You feel tired more often. Your cravings get stronger. And the fat becomes sticky, refusing to budge with normal dieting. And this is exactly why the traditional advice, just walk more or eat smaller portions, stops working after 55. Your body is no longer storing fat because you're overeating. It's storing fat because your hormones are out of balance, your metabolism has slowed, and your muscle mass has declined, all natural parts of aging. So if you want to shrink visceral fat in 20 days, you have to target the root cause, not the symptoms. The solution is a simple metabolic technique that resets your hormones and activates the deep fat-burning switch hidden inside your body. And that's exactly what we'll talk about in the next section. Now that you understand why visceral fat becomes stubborn after 55, let's talk about the method that finally removes it, safely and quickly, in as little as 20 days. And no, it's not extreme dieting, long workouts, or complicated routines. This method works because it targets your hormones, not just your calories. Step 1. The metabolic morning trigger. Every morning, within your first 60 minutes of waking up, you activate your fat-burning switch by doing one simple habit. Right arrow warm water plus 20 to 30 grams of protein. Why? Protein reduces cortisol, controls insulin, and signals your liver to start burning stored visceral fat. Most seniors skip protein in the morning, which keeps their belly fat locked. Just this one change starts shrinking deep fat within days. Step 2. The 8-minute strength routine. Don't worry, this isn't heavy gym training. For people over 55, strength movements work better than cardio for burning visceral fat because they boost metabolism for 24 to 48 hours. Rebuild lost muscle. Improve insulin sensitivity. Help burn fat around the organs faster. Your 8-minute routine includes slow, controlled versions of chair squats, wall push-ups, seated leg lifts, light dumbbell or water bottle presses. Do this 4 to 5 times a week, and your metabolism behaves like someone 20 years younger. Step 3. The evening insulin reset window. This is the secret most seniors never use. You simply give your body 12 to 13 hours overnight with no food, even if you're not doing full intermittent fasting. For example, finish eating at 7 p.m. first meal at 7 to 8 a.m. This short window lowers insulin, reduces inflammation, and forces your body to burn visceral fat first. Within 20 days, most seniors notice a tighter waist, less bloating, more energy, better sleep, reduced sugar cravings, easier movement and less stiffness. Now let's look at exactly what changes inside your body during these 20 days. Most people over 55 don't realize how fast the body can respond when you use the right method, especially one that targets hormones, not calories. Here's the timeline. Days 1 to 5, your hormones begin resetting. During the first few days, cortisol and insulin, the two hormones responsible for storing visceral fat, begin to calm down. You'll likely notice less morning bloating, a lighter stomach, slight increase in energy, sugar craving starting to weaken. Even though the scale may not move yet, your internal fat-burning switch turns on. Days 6 to 10, deep fat starts releasing. This is when your liver and abdominal organs begin letting go of stored visceral fat. You may feel your waist loosening, less pressure around your belly, easier breathing when bending or sitting, better digestion. Your metabolism becomes more active, and inflammation begins to drop. Days 11 to 15, visible and measurable changes. Your body is now in full, visceral fat meltdown mode. Seniors often notice belly becoming flatter, more stable energy throughout the day, sharper mental clarity, fewer aches in the lower back and knees, clothes fitting more comfortably. This is when family members start saying, "You look different, what are you doing?" Days 16 to 20, the transformation phase. By now, your body has adapted to the routine, and results accelerate. You may feel noticeable reduction in lower belly weight, a stronger core, deeper sleep, fewer cravings, better posture and mobility, higher confidence and motivation. At this stage, many seniors lose 2 to 4 inches around the waist, depending on their starting point, all without extreme dieting or long workouts. Now let's put everything together into one easy daily routine you can follow for the next 20 days. This plan works because it supports your hormones, protects your joints, and focuses directly on shrinking visceral fat, not just surface belly fat. You don't need extreme workouts. You don't need strict dieting. You just need consistency. Sunrise morning routine, within 60 minutes of waking up. 1. Warm water metabolic trigger. Start your day with right arrow 1 glass of warm water. This wakes up digestion, reduces bloating, and helps your liver release deep fat. 2. 20 to 30 grams of protein. Examples: 2 eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, protein shake, a handful of nuts plus boiled egg. Protein first thing in the morning lowers cortisol, stabilizes blood sugar, and stops your body from storing new visceral fat. Man lifting weights mid-morning, 8-minute strength routine. Do this 4 to 5 times a week. You can use water bottles instead of dumbbells. Routine, slow plus controlled. 10 chair squats. 10 wall push-ups. 10 seated leg lifts, each leg. 10 overhead presses, water bottles. Repeat once. This boosts metabolism for up to 48 hours, extremely powerful for people over 55. Green salad afternoon, balanced meal timing. Have a normal, balanced plate with lean protein, chicken, fish, beans, vegetables, spinach, broccoli, carrots. Healthy carbs, oats, quinoa, whole grains. You don't have to cut food, just balance it. Person walking early evening, gentle movement. A simple 10 to 15 minute walk, slow and relaxed, helps your body remove deep fat released earlier in the day. Even a walk around your home counts. Crescent moon evening, the insulin reset window. This is the key. Finish your last meal by right arrow 7 p.m., or whatever fits your routine. Then allow 12 to 13 hours overnight with no food. This short fasting window lowers insulin, gives your liver time to burn visceral fat, improves sleep and digestion, reduces nighttime bloating. You don't need strict fasting, just a gentle overnight break. Sleeping face before bed, relaxation signal. Do one calming activity for 5 minutes. Deep breathing. Light stretching. Listening to soft music. Lower stress, lower cortisol, lower visceral fat. Repeat daily for 20 days. This routine is simple, but powerful, because it aligns with how the senior body burns fat naturally. Follow it consistently, and you'll feel lighter, move easier, and watch your belly shrink from the inside out. Now let's talk about the foods that actively help shrink visceral fat, especially for adults over 55. These aren't trendy diets or expensive supplements. These are everyday foods that work with your hormones, reduce inflammation, and signal your body to burn deep belly fat faster. Here are the smart 7 foods you should include regularly. 1. Eggs, the senior metabolism starter. Eggs give you a perfect mix of protein plus healthy fats. They lower morning cravings, reduce cortisol, keep you full for hours, stop your body from storing new belly fat. Perfect for breakfast. 2. Greek yogurt, the gut-repairing fat burner. Rich in probiotics, it helps your digestion and reduces inflammation, 2 things strongly linked to visceral fat. It also helps improve insulin sensitivity. 3. Salmon, or any oily fish, deep fat melter. Loaded with omega-3s, salmon helps reduce belly inflammation, improve heart health, balance hormones, increase fat-burning enzymes. Great for dinner. 4. Oats, the belly detox carb. Oats release energy slowly, preventing sudden sugar spikes. This keeps insulin low, and when insulin is low, your body burns visceral fat instead of storing it. 5. Leafy greens, the liver lighteners. Spinach, kale, and lettuce are extremely low-calorie, but high in nutrients. They help your liver break down deep internal fat faster and reduce bloating. 6. Nuts, especially almonds and walnuts, the portable fat-fighting snack. Just a small handful. Controls hunger. Balances blood sugar. Provides healthy fats that increase metabolism. Reduces toxic inflammation around your organs. Perfect in the afternoon. 7. Olive oil, the metabolism lubricant. A teaspoon a day helps your body absorb nutrients, reduce inflammation, support healthy hormones, burn deep belly fat more efficiently. Use it for cooking or drizzle on salads. Why these 7 work so fast? Because they reduce insulin, lower cortisol, support your liver, boost metabolism, protect aging muscles, reduce inflammation, all of which directly melt visceral fat. And when you combine these foods with the 20-day routine we covered earlier, results come even faster. Now that you know the smart 7 foods that help melt visceral fat, it's just as important to know which foods are secretly making your belly bigger, especially after the age of 55. Most seniors think they're eating healthy. But these foods cause sharp insulin spikes, inflammation, and hormonal imbalance, the perfect recipe for storing visceral fat around your organs. Here are the top 7 foods you must avoid if you want a flatter, healthier waistline. 1. White bread and bakery items. These break down into sugar almost instantly. They cause a big insulin spike, and whatever your body doesn't use for energy gets stored as deep belly fat. 2. Sugary drinks, even fruit juices. Sodas, packaged juices, sweetened teas, all of these flood your bloodstream with sugar. Your liver reacts by storing that sugar as visceral fat. Even 100% fruit juice can be worse than soda for seniors. 3. Fried foods. French fries, fried chicken, samosas, anything deep fried. These foods cause inflammation and slow digestion, making your belly feel heavier and more bloated. 4. Processed meats. Sausages, hot dogs, deli meats, nuggets. The chemicals and additives increase inflammation and make it harder for your metabolism to burn fat. 5. Sweet pastries and desserts. Cookies, cakes, donuts, delicious, yes, but deadly for your waistline. After 55, your body cannot handle sugar the way it used to. Even small amounts can trigger belly fat storage. 6. Heavy creams and sweet dairy. Flavored yogurts, coffee creamers, ice creams, these are loaded with hidden sugars. They raise insulin dramatically and lock fat around your organs. 7. Alcohol, especially beer and sweet cocktails. Alcohol slows down your liver, the one organ responsible for burning visceral fat. Beer also contains compounds that promote central weight gain. Even 2 to 3 drinks a week can stall your progress. Why these 7 are so harmful after 55? Because your metabolism slows, your muscles decline, and your hormones shift. These foods hit your system harder, raise insulin faster, and increase inflammation, which leads directly to visceral fat buildup. Avoiding them for just 20 days can make a dramatic difference in your waist size, your energy, your digestion, your sleep, and how your clothes fit. If you follow the steps we just shared, even 80% correctly, the changes you'll feel in just 20 days can be truly life-changing. And remember, you're not doing extreme workouts, not starving yourself, and not taking dangerous supplements. You're simply giving your body the signals it needs to finally release visceral fat. Here's what most people over 55 experience in the first 7 days. Less bloating, your stomach feels lighter after meals. More energy in the morning. Better digestion and fewer sugar cravings. A calmer mind and noticeably lower stress. This happens because your cortisol begins to drop, your insulin becomes more stable, and your gut bacteria start shifting toward fat-burning mode. Days 8 to 14, the turning point. This is when your body fully switches from fat storing to fat burning. Most seniors report a visible difference in waist size. Reduced tightness around the belly. More stable blood sugar. Better sleep and fewer nighttime awakenings. Your brown fat becomes active, your metabolism runs more smoothly, and your body starts targeting deep abdominal fat first, the exact fat that affects heart health, liver health, and mobility. Days 15 to 20, the breakthrough stage. By the end of 20 days, here's what many people experience. 1.5 to 3 inches off the waist. Looser pants and shirts. Noticeably less belly pressure when bending or sitting. Lower stiffness in the morning. More confidence and a sense of control over your health. The biggest surprise for many? You don't feel exhausted, you feel lighter, calmer, and more balanced. Your hunger decreases naturally, and your body prefers burning fat instead of storing it. This stage is where seniors often say, "I feel like my metabolism actually woke up again." And here's the best part. These 20-day changes are not temporary. They set the foundation for the next 3 to 6 months, where you can steadily lose even more visceral fat, safely, without strain, and without feeling deprived. Your body is incredibly capable. Even after 55, it listens the moment you give it the right signals. If you've been watching this video and thinking, "I want these results for myself," here's what you need to do next. Keycap 1. Take action today. The sooner you start the 20-day visceral fat plan, the faster you'll see real results. Even small changes, like adding protein in the morning or following the 4-7-8 breathing, can make a difference from day 1. Keycap 2. Comment below. Tell me your age and where you're watching from. We love reading your stories and questions, and I personally make sure to reply to seniors who share their progress. Keycap 3. Like and share. If you found this helpful, hit like and share this video with friends or family over 55 who are struggling with belly fat. It could completely change their health, just like it can change yours. Keycap 4. Subscribe and hit the bell icon. We post daily tips specifically for seniors to boost metabolism, lose visceral fat, improve energy and mobility, stay strong, healthy, and independent. By subscribing, you'll never miss a simple trick or breakthrough that can make life easier and healthier after 55.5. Take the first step. Pick one small change from this video, maybe the morning protein, the breathing technique, or the 9-hour eating window, and start today. Consistency is more powerful than perfection, and your body will respond faster than you think. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. And over the next 20 days, your body will thank you by shrinking visceral fat, boosting energy, and improving overall health. Before we wrap up, I want you to remember something very important. Your age is not a limitation, it's an advantage. After 55, your body responds differently to certain triggers. If you know the right methods, your metabolism, hormones, and fat-burning pathways can work for you, not against you. Here's the truth. You don't need extreme diets, endless exercise, or expensive supplements. You just need consistency, the right routine, and a few smart habits, exactly what we covered in this video. In just 20 days, you can shrink your belly fat from the inside out. Boost your energy and mood. Feel lighter and stronger. Protect your heart, liver, and overall health. Final words of encouragement. Start small. Start today. Pick one habit, morning protein, deep breathing, or your 9-hour eating window, and commit. Each day you follow the plan, your body is rewiring itself to burn visceral fat naturally. You have the power to take control of your health, your waistline, and your vitality, and it doesn't matter if you're 55, 60, or 70. Remember, the journey starts with a single step. Take that step today, and in 20 days, you'll see your body, your energy, and your confidence transform.